Mm. Get it on, family. Let's get it on. John Wick 4, more insights from the guy Dreamwise. How do I get this thing to work? More insights, family. Yep. Okay. More insights. Hey, this thing is getting deeper than rap. More insights from the spiritual ray. There you go now. Yes sir, let's get it on. I'll come on. I don't know how Instagram works. This is to all y'all Instagram niggas that's gonna come on hating. Take that shit somewhere else. Yeah, so I wanted to dive into John Wick 4 a little bit more. And, really tap into this thing. What's good, y'all? What's good? Y'all came in fast. What's up, family? What's good? Yeah, Grand Rising. Somebody said I haven't even watched the first 3 yet. God damn. Well, I'll break it down the first 3 because it's interesting how Anubis is coming up heavy in this specific time, in this specific manner. And, appreciate that, chaoticcollectibles.com. And we was building yesterday on the Patreon, and we was tapping into the understanding of, these John Wick movies and things like that, right? And we noticed that John Wick also had a dog that transitioned in the first John Wick movie. So in him having that dog that transitioned, the chaos started to run supreme. You feel me? And in that running supreme, that led him on this ego-driven pursuit to happiness, if you will, right? And y'all go check out my Instagram if y'all haven't. I did a thing on ego power versus spiritual power. So ego power is basically, you deriving from these ideas of material things, right? I'm the president at my company. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. You feel me? I got this many degrees. I got this kind of car. I got this kind of house, right? All of that. But when all of that stuff is gone, right? Who are you? Nobody. So understand that ego power is a real thing that's running havoc on society and on people. You feel me? Especially melanated people. God damn. We love our things, nigga. You feel me? We love to... And then that's the thing. We love to study. Y'all see all that Real Housewives and all of that stuff? Yeah, I know. So that's a thing that's happening, or that's they're programming us on heavily, is his ego power, right? So in John Wick 1, his dog died, and he was he was retired. He was a retired assassin. He was in a space of peace and solace with his wife just transitioning from cancer. So he retired, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna hang it up, right? But, some hoodlums in John Wick 1 came and got his dog, right? Because they was trying to get his car, the material, right? So then that turned up John Wick. And on the phone on that John Wick 1, he was talking to the boss dude of the hoodlums, right? And said, hey, John, they didn't know who you were. We apologize. Like, what can we do to make this right? Blah, blah, blah. He said, shit, I want blood. You feel me? So that revenge is also ego power. You feel me? Because that revenge is putting you in the pursuit of the world, right? You holding on and trying to get square with your ops. That's a worldly thing. That's a worldly pleasure for you because you feel like at the end it's going to be satisfying. But guess what? It's not. So now, and that's what John Wick finally learned on this goddamn John Wick 4. So understanding that to the core, right, and understanding that he went through this ego-driven maniac kind of pursuit to prove God and to prove himself was the problem. See, when you're in this space of trying to be, somebody, like, I want people to see me, right, and notice who I am and shit like that, right? Guess what's gonna happen? That shit's gonna backfire on you because nobody cares and everybody's in their same pursuit of happiness, right? So you're living in an illusion within this illusion, right? You're God damn, you're in an illusion for real. So think about this, right? Let's say there was no such thing as, which is hard to imagine, but let's just picture, right, a world where everybody's kind of running free and doing their thing, and you just came down here to experience, right? You know they have worlds like that where you will just experience and not be trapped in a matrix or in a system that's saying you have to be somebody to be somebody, right? So in that, right, you wouldn't know that there's any rules or no just do, right, or no hierarchy of levels of, whatever the level might be in your mind, right, of a celebrity or doctor, lawyer, master's degree, whatever that shit might be, right? You're not going to understand none of it because it's just not existent. You feel me? So now who are you? When you throw all that degree shit away, when you throw all this fancy cars, all this, your status and all this shit and your money and all of that, who are you? Nobody. Mr. Nobody. And that's the whole point of Mr. Nobody, right? So you want to run to that Mr. Nobody and be, I am that I am, and this is what it is. And this is why that Black China chick did absolutely a beautiful job, even though she's reversing the spectrum and running to Christ, right? She's actually removing herself from the glamour, you feel me? And getting into a space of, being one with herself, you feel me? Even though it might be a religion that we don't, believe in or whatever, it doesn't matter. She's still in the space of moving towards the God in her, you feel me? So her doing that and her getting rid of that OnlyFans, her, I guess she got rid of her BBL or whatever it is, the Botox and all of that other stuff, right? And all of that, right? And just let this shit go, right? It's her pursuing, and we're using her as an example, family. Stay with me. It's her pursuing the God within, you feel me? Even though she's running to another religion, you just stay with me in that aspect of she's still trying to find herself, you feel me? So, where was I at? With John Wick 1, right? That's what was happening. He was in peace. He was in solace. He had his dog. His guiding dog, right, was Anubis. They killed his dog, and guess what happened? He went on ego-driven run of this world, you feel me, to seek out revenge. Even the boss had to say, hey, John, we'll do whatever we can to make this peace happen for you again. What can we do? He was like, nigga, I just want blood. So even in all the John Wicks, right, you can see him using his ego, like in John Wick 2 when he shot the dude at the end and he knew he was on neutral ground. He like, hey, dog, you can't touch me. You can't. Boom. Ego. You feel me? Because he wanted to pursue his happiness. So in this John Wick 4, when you finally see Anubis coming back into the fold, right, and they killing Lance Reddick, right? Lance Reddick transitioning, and in the movie he got killed off at the beginning, right? But then you see the new Anubis character that said Mr. Nobody, right? And he had a dog. That's the key to this thing, that guiding light, that guiding internal energy inside of you. I'm gonna read this for y'all so y'all can really get the point of what these deities are, you feel me? the cosmic serpent, so y'all can really feel this shit. Because, you know, I know it's hard to explain in goddamn an Instagram video, but y'all know, the people that know is in this work, they know what time it is. So everybody else, y'all just kind of listening and just trying to gather as much clues as possible. But so then boom, the blind man, right? What does a blind man do? A blind man needs what? A guide, a guiding dog, right? But guess what? This blind man didn't need no guiding dog, because he was like, I am death, nigga. You feel me? In me not even pursuing this life, I am death. So life and death is the same. So now this time is coming into a fold, right? When you see DMX's birthday on Easter, and you know that he was the Anubis of our time, right? So now we got to understand that this thing is really turning its head in this life and death thing, right? Out of death, right, is where you become a new life. You feel me? So you can't be afraid to die, right? And I get it, you know, you're going through this human experience, you got programmed into believing that death is some kind of final destination or whatever, right? And it takes some time for, you know, people to get through this process, right? But I would just encourage everybody to get into the mental alchemy and do their spiritual work to understand that, you know, you're supposed to be falling in love with death in this realm. You feel me? Because then you can be free in this life, right? So you don't have to worry about being somebody or the pursuit of being somebody. Now, if that's your journey, you know, you're on the wrong channel. That's cool. We get it, right? But at the same time, you're working backwards, because in you not pursuing, right, the life that, you know, that people want to try to do, you get everything you want, your heart's desires, right? So instead of you chasing the world chases you. You feel me? You hear the emergency, it's going down. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, what's up, family? What's up? Peace to the guys. Peace to all of y'all. Y'all know what it is. And that's the real alchemy in this thing. That's the real mental alchemy, if you will. You feel me? Because now, understanding that he was driven by his ego to prove to the world, right? And let think about that shit. John Wick, on John Wick 1, he was driven so hard in his emotional system, in his eternal being, to go get them niggas that killed his dog, Anubis. That he wanted to seek out revenge not only on the people that killed his dog, but the father of the people. And the father called him and was like, hey dog, look, I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. What can we do, my nigga? Like, say, man, what's up? Like, can we make a peace? Whatever. That nigga John Wick still was like, nigga, I'm coming after you and your son. He was like, well, hey, this nigga ran the gambit, so he had to run the play too. You feel me? And that's what this world will make you do. It'll make you chase things that's an illusion. So now y'all seeing all this glamour shit on Instagram, right? And y'all thinking that shit is real. And now all of a sudden, you're trying to chase that, and it's just a constant rat race, if you will, right? Oh, I gotta have a house. I gotta have this type of car, and blah, blah, blah. You feel me? It's all the same energy, family. So you pursuing, you know, the op, like John Wick was, is the same thing as you pursuing this house and car and shit. You feel me? And I get it, you want to live comfortably down here, but then at the same time, you're getting into a conundrum, right? By thinking that this is all that there is to this thing. You feel me? That's what the real key is about this thing. It says, this is the cosmic serpent, y'all. Go get it. I'm going to show y'all how much Anubis is coming through in this quantum wave right now. Because I need y'all to understand this. See, nobody ain't giving it up like this. You got to understand this to the core, that you're a quantum being. You feel me? So in this quantum entanglement, you're going to see signs and symbols that show you people that are interlocked with certain deities. You feel me? And when they're interlocked with these certain deities, you just understand them as a symbol for your power, for your energy core. You feel me? Like DMX. It's Anubis for real. So this says The Cosmic Serpent by Jeremy Narby. It says, my investigation had led me to formulate the following working hypothesis. This is receptors and transmitters, chapter 9. Receptors and transmitters. In their vision, shamans take their consciousness down to the molecular level and gain access to information related to DNA, which they call animate essence or spirits. Okay, so he's talking about shamans tapping into the quantum and tapping into spirits, which is the deities, which is, the entities and all of that, right? Which is just, y'all know, what makes you move and shit. So remember, spirits are just energy. They're not like real, right? So Heru, Anubis, all of those are just animated energy, right? In the fourth dimension. But they'll show their face down here in the third dimension, like Lance Reddick, DMX, you know what I'm saying? Some people call me Tahuti, you feel me? You feel me though? So here it go. It says, this is where they see the double helix, twisted ladders, and chromosome shapes. This is how shamanic cultures have known for millennia that the vital principle is the same for all living beings and is shaped like two entwined serpents, or a vine, a rope, a ladder. DNA is the source of their astonishing botanical and medicinal knowledge, which can be attained only in defocalized and non-rational states of consciousness. But as you getting into what? From the beta to the alpha state to the theta to the delta. So whenever these gods and goddesses come to you, and I just dropped something, I'm dropping something at 12 o'clock, Patreon family, for y'all, so y'all can see how deep the rabbit hole goes in that. So Patreon, y'all know what time it is, go look at that shit after you get off of this live. So wait, where was I at? Okay, so the alpha, theta, delta state. So when you're in that sleep meet state, right? When you're in that damn near halfway sleep, halfway up, you feel me? That's when these spirits come online or come to you. But it's just a projection from your pineal gland, because it's just an aspect of you that's showing its face. You feel me? So when you have these random deities come to you in your dreams, just understand that they're aspects of you that's just showing your face. That's just trying to hint a message to you. You feel me? And it's up to you to be the Sherlock Holmes to understand that message. It says the myths of these cultures are filled with biological imagery. And the shamans' metamorphic explanations correspond quite precisely to the descriptions that biologists are starting to provide. I knew these hypotheses would be more solid if I rested on a neurological basis, which was not yet the case. I decided to direct my investigation by taking ayahuasca at their word. And they unanimously claimed that certain psychoactive substances containing molecules that are active in the human brain influence the spirits in precise ways. The Shanik says that by ingesting ayahuasca or tobacco, it is possible to see the normal, invisible, and hidden Mankari spirits. So that's why, people say they seen Anubis or whatever, they seen Lakshmi when they're doing ayahuasca or whatever, or they see their grandma, right, when they doing Mother Aya, because, it does something to the brain to holographically show you the people, right? Like when I took my ayah, right? I seen my grandma. She came to me, right? So when I did that, when she came to me, you know, I got my messages and answers from her that I needed. You feel me? So whenever you are taking these, you know, psychotropics, right? Like ayah, like shrooms, like they said tobacco is good. Sitting in darkness is a really good one. What else? What else? Y'all know all the psychedelics and stuff, right? LSD and shit like that, right? You are just projecting imageries out to your brain, from your brain. If my hypothesis were correct, it ought to be possible to find correspondence between these shamanic notions and the facts established by the study of neurological activity of these same substances. More precisely, there ought to be an analogous connection between nicotine and DNA contained in the nerve cells of a human brain. And he goes on and on and on, because this is actually heavy. Go get this book, The Cosmic Serpent. But I don't want to get off the John Wick part, because I'll get too far ahead of myself. So that's just proving you, right, that these spirits are inside of you, that your ancestors are inside of you, and you're just unlocking DNA codes to tap in and see them. Like, some people want to see them in the third dimension. I get it, but you're gonna actually see them in the alpha, theta, delta stage, right? So in your dreams, you're gonna see them. In that deep meditation, when you get to the vortex and you got to break through that vortex wall, you're gonna see them. You feel me? Whenever you're in a deep trance-like state of a ritual, you feel me? Where you're relaxed, you got the music, you got the smells going, they'll appear, right? It got to be that deep of a ritual, though. You got to be in the zone, you feel me? That's that Yogg-Sothoth we're talking about. That's you tapping into that, getting out of the beta brain, because a lot of times people are just stuck in beta wave mode because they don't want to get to the real world, you feel me? And I'm talking to chaos beings only. I'm talking to people that know. You feel me? I ain't talking to people that just want to stay, on Earth. I'm talking to the niggas that know what time it is, right? And, the reason why you don't want to take ayah, I mean, you do want to take ayah to experience, but the reason why you don't want to take it a lot of times is because, you can't pull back. There's no coming back. That shit is, you just gonna be gone, right? And it's a beautiful experience. Like, my experiences are beautiful on it. You feel me? So you don't want to have a low vibrational mindset about it. You want to go into it joyous and peaceful and all of that other stuff, right? So with that John Wick 4 showing you that Anubis, right, is the key to you to your freedom internally, is just basically saying that you have to run away from being the human, right? From engulfing yourself in the human, right? Of the glamour, right? Like Bobby been telling us forever, right? And get into the bliss within, get into that joy within, get into that happiness within, and get into that peace of yourself within, instead of you being some kind of body. Why you think Bobby don't show his face no more? Because he know that nigga said, you know what? Hey, I said all I could say. This is what it is. And hey, at the same time, I'm finding my joy in my meditations when I'm jamming this 70s music. You feel me, though? That's where the peace is. You feel me? Not showing somebody or being somebody, but just being a being, a chaos being, right? And that's just being in love with self first. You feel me? So that's a heavy concept, because I know a lot of people want to be somebody down here. They want to be Michael Jackson and shit. But it's not going to happen, because you're working backwards, right? And a lot of times these celebrities are Well, there's two things about celebrities. One, they're picked, and then two, they're already like, you know, ascendant masters that just came down to play these stars. Because remember, the star is actually a hologram of you. You feel me? So in you being a star, everybody's a star. But in some of these celebrities that you're seeing, you have to just understand them as a symbol or a story. You feel me? That's going down in this thing. Yeah, so y'all leave me some questions before I get out of here. I wanted to share that with the family because, you know, I know a lot of people get confused when I'm saying Lance Reddick is Anubis and stuff like that. But remember, death is actually you killing off an aspect of you that's not serving you. You feel me? So like, there's an old self, right? And that's the death. That's the real death, is killing off that aspect of you that's not serving you no more. You feel me? That person that your high school friends knew and shit, your college friends knew. You feel me? That person in your 20s that was just wilding out, right? That's the real death. That's the ego death of that person and becoming a spiritual being, right? Some of y'all might not be ready to be spiritual beings. I get it. You might still have some human endeavors to go through. Trust me, nigga, I know. When I was listening to Bobby at 18, I was like, this shit is cool. But shit, I'm still trying to do my thing around this bitch. You feel me? You feel me though? Shit. I was keeping it real. I'm doing all type of drugs in my 20s. I was off the chain. Strip club, everything, nigga, that shit was it. But now that I've grown, right, got to that 28, I had to transform into the new being that I was. So as you get older, you can tell like the wisdom in people, right? Especially if they did the work. Now, some people are still stuck in, you know, that childlike state because they haven't actually did no work, right? They haven't did no spiritual work to heal the wounded child. You feel me? So they might be stuck. You might see a 60-year-old acting like a 16-year-old. So that's just them stuck in that state. You feel me? So just understand that to the core. That's how it be. That's how it be, family. That's how it be. Anybody got any questions, any thoughts? I see y'all coming on. Leave some questions. What's up, family? Let's see if I can read this last part to y'all real quick. The idea that the Manikari, like tobacco, had always seemed funny to me. I consider spirits to be imaginary characters who cannot really enjoy material substances. I also consider smoking to be a bad habit, and it seemed improbable that spirits, in such much as they existed, would suffer from the same kinds of addictive behaviors as human beings. Nevertheless, I had resolved to stop letting myself be held by such doubts and to pay attention to the literal meaning of the shaman's words. And the shamans were categorically in saying that spirits had an almost insatiable hunger for tobacco. So go get you some tobacco, smoke that shit, and see what happens. You know what I used to smoke? There was a person that was selling herbs back in the day, smokable herbs. You feel me? But you can find some smokable tobacco as well. And you can tap into them, and the spiritual will come to you in the third dimension. You feel me? Damn, I wish I remember the website, but you can find that. But also, you know, another aspect of the smoke is just you getting into that alpha state. So when you smoking, right, you tend to be more relaxed and stuff like that, right? But then also when you see smoke, right, it gives you this kind of wavy kind of feeling vibration. You feel me? So in that retrospect, right, smoke is going to take you to, you know, that other state of consciousness. You feel me? Instead of you just being in beta mode, you can get to a translucent state with the smoke. You feel me? So burn you some sage, right? Burn you some Palo Santo. I'm actually sending out sage. I'm sending out these sage sticks for people that order my product until it's all gone. So go get them Harataki supplements because you know it's going down. What y'all got, family? Leave me some questions. Let me see what y'all talking about. Leave me some questions. I know anybody seen John Wick? I might be the only person that's seen John Wick 4 and just be in this bitch talking. You feel me? Niggas ain't even seen the show and they just in it, so like, fuck it. Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. It's going down. This is a definitely place to get into, you know, your power. How do you take conscious control in a lucid dream state? One, you just can't be so excited. So whenever I'm lucid dreaming, at first I used to get real excited and I would wake up. So you can't get real excited. You just got to get used to the feeling, right? So what I'll do is I'll just stay calm and be like, okay, I'm here. Like eventually it'll just start to get real easy, right? And you'll just be like, damn, I'm in this dream again. Whenever you try to fly, you get real excited, so I will stay away from flying, right? What you want to do is just be conscious, and you just want to let the program still go, because that's all it is. It's the subconscious programming showing you the symbols and pictures, right? So what I tend to do is I'll get into the lucid dream and I'll just let that shit ride. You feel me? And I'll just be, okay, we're going here. Okay. Instead of me just saying, fuck it, I'm gone. Right? I'll just follow the script because, you know, then you get too excited about running away and then you'll wake up. You feel me? So I would say just stay as calm as possible and just peep the scene. You feel me? You the spook that sat by the door. You just brought your consciousness into the dream state, and that's a lovely thing. Go get them Harataki supplements also into alchemy.com. That's going to put you in that lucid dream control. You feel me? I seen 1 through 3. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and you see, and then 1 through 3, going back to watch it over. Man. Them hoes was long, I ain't gonna lie. I knew this was the last one, so I had watched maybe a month ago. I said, oh, okay, the last one's coming. Boom. And then Lance Reddick had died. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's on. You feel me? So it's absolutely amazing how this thing had unfolded, especially when it was supposed to come out in 2022. That's another thing, right? See, people would think it's like a conspiracy theory thing, right? But this is how spirit works. I just told y'all that Lance Reddick was Anubis. You feel me? So in him being Anubis, right, he had to transition in this particular time at the 60, at 60, which is the heart chakra, right? Because he's balancing out the scales. So we're in an illusion, family. I want y'all to understand that to the core. You're a wave. This whole world is a wave. This is an illusion, right? And in this illusion, in this wave, right, we already written a script that's playing out. So there might be patterns and things that you might see in your life that be like, damn, oh, okay, I always see that. Oh, okay, I always feel like this person, right? That might be a characteristic of something that, you know, that you came down here to follow in that aspect. You feel me? So understand that this illusion is not the real world. You feel me? Benefits for fasting during the new spring season. Yeah, I love fasting. Fasting is going to get you there also. Fasting is going to turn you up because when you clear out, your energy can start moving. You feel me? So fasting is the key. Like, you know, my 40-day fast, 30-day fast, 10-day fast, 1 million of those. I would say fasting is something that everybody should partake in because this is the thing. I'm a scientist, you feel me? So I'm not fasting because of health reasons or no shit like that, even though that's good, right? But I'm a scientist, so I'm trying to understand self to the fullest, you feel me? So in my fasting, I'm doing my chakra work. I'm getting deeper into my meditation, right? I'm getting deeper into my dreams, you feel me? And really turning up on the, on the mission at hand, which is knowledge of self. Knowledge of self. You feel me? So that fasting will help you understand also that you're nobody. You feel me? Because then when you are in a space of hunger, you're not really thinking about being whatever, right? They'll turn that ego off, or it'll bring them emotions to the surface. And you got to deal with them through meditation, through chakra work, through shadow work. It says, when I smoke bud, I don't dream, but when I stop for a week or two, I start dreaming again. What's up with that? Hey, stop smoking. This is not, there's no rules to this thing, to each his own. So, like, I hear people say they smoke and they dream. Okay, cool. You feel me? I hear people say they don't smoke and they dream. Cool. So you got to figure out what works for you. You feel me? Because I know through my experiences, like, whenever I'm fasting, like, if I don't eat from 5 till, if I stop eating at 5 and just drink water, I'm gonna have like 3-4 dreams at night. You feel me? My dreams is gonna be live. So that's how I tap into the dream realm, especially when I need a question asked for this third dimensional construct. You feel me? So I know, and then there's people that say, like, what's the guy's name? He said he'll eat right before he go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different, and everybody's in their own kind of space with that. But I would say go get them Harataki supplements, mentalalchemy.com, and turn up, because your pineal gland is the key to this. And one thing about that Harataki is going to oxygenate your brain, oxygenate your body and your brain, so you can have more oxygen up there, so you can be able to turn on that receptor. Word, same used to happen to me. Yeah, stop eating. Hey, 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. That's it. 5 p.m. Sun Goddess. That's it. Because I know 5 o'clock. If I stop eating at that time and then go to sleep at 9, 10 o'clock, I'll have my rapid eye movement about 1:32. Nigga, it's on from there. You feel me? This is called the work. This is called the mental alchemy, especially if you're a heavy meditator, right? If you're somebody that's really into this work, you gotta do things to put yourself in position. You feel me? So drink them teas. All you gotta do is drink teas for till you go to sleep. You feel me? That mugwort tea and all of that. You don't eat nothing and just drink tea the rest of the night. You're gonna dream, family, trust me. Take that Harataki and you dream. You feel me? What about for kids' dreams? What about for kids' dream? Shit, kids are already tapped in because they're not, kids are tapped in, but now they're not getting so much tapped in because guess what's happening? The technology is taking away their imagination and their visual cortex. So this technology thing is running the gambit on the kids. Man, I seen this thing. I'm driving by. They said they was taking kids as young as 3 in public schools. The whole system is jacked. They trying to come for everything. Because remember, the biggest thing you have is your mind. Your biggest weapon is your mind. So if you don't understand that, right, you're missing the point of what this thing is. Your mind is your biggest weapon. So the powers that be, if you will, have to control your mind in such a way to where you believe, whatever, right? Where you getting trained. You feel me? Because this is a big training program with this matrix. You feel me? So yeah, family, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, pre-K used to start at 4. So, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get them kids' mind on something else. You feel me? They trying to really turn up on these kids. But kids are there, man, especially kids from 0 to 7. You can tell, like, see, this is the key. If you have little kids, just watch them. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Promise you, nigga, those are the most magical beings on the face of this earth. And I'm talking about from 0 to 7. So you can even watch a baby. But watch them 1 and 2 year olds, them walking around and stuff, them taking naps during the day. That's what you supposed to be doing, nigga. They sleeping all night, right? Because they're in a primal ego. So their primal ego is just trying to feed their body so they can get back to the astral realm. You feel me? But when they're awake in this place, right, they're still in theta mode. You feel me? So everything is an adventure. They're picking up things and it's an adventure. They're like, oh shoot, what is this? You know, it's an adventure for them, right? I'm like, oh God, okay, and they throw it down or bang it, right? Because they're experimenting with the world. You feel me? They're scientists. They're mad scientists. And in them being mad scientists, and they're in that theta range, they're the real gods and goddesses. So that's who they want, family. They want them babies. They ain't worried about no old people like y'all. They like, yeah, they about to check out anyway. But they want them babies for real. Because they are the real. So you got to watch them, right? When the kids go to sleep, when they take naps, they're going into the astral realm. Take naps when they go to sleep at night, they're going into the astral realm. You feel me? Their imagination is vast. So they haven't been programmed yet. So the only thing we're here to do is protect them from themselves. So, they won't hurt themselves and stuff like that. I tell you, watch some kids, family. Just watch. I'm telling you, watch. Y'all know all they got kids. Just watch them. Just sit there and watch. You're going to be like, these kids are geniuses. You feel me? They know what time it is. They'll push away a technology. They'll be like, you know what? Watch them when they eat food. They don't want sweets. They like, oh. And them 1 and 2 year olds, they're like, ooh, I don't want no sugar. What the hell is that? That's chaos, family. And I'm telling you, they know. Their awareness is different, more insight and connection. Yep, exactly, 2.0. Yep, that's awareness of worldly BS. Exactly. Raza Wester, what's up on the numerology? And you know what's so funny? That's funny you said that because Bobby just told me to speak on numerology. Bobby came to me in the astral realms and he was dropping it on my ass. And he said, hey, keep doing your thing, Dream. I see you. And he said, do numerology chaos style. So that's beautiful that you said that for real because, he just did that. I just had a dream about Bobby maybe a week ago and he dropped it on my ass for real. Yup, kids typically love fruit. You feel me? And that's what I'm saying. Y'all hear my bro guy Yaki? That nigga dropping on that fruit stuff. You feel me? On that fruit and all of that, right? So understand that that's an aspect of this thing where we do have to eat fruit. You feel me? Like, yeah, we gotta eat fruit and shit. So follow them babies. Them babies be knowing. Tell you. Like, we got tricked into believing that we gotta eat certain stuff. We got tricked into eating 3 times a day. What? They put us right in that public school and said, eat here, here, and here. Right? And what if the whole time we were supposed to eat once a day? You feel me? Oh, this thing is burning by itself, boy. This thing start burning up. Hey, I'm in the spirit, baby. You can't make that shit up. Chaos in the blood. Some son told me he thinks when we die, we just come back and it goes on forever like numbers. Some people do. Some people are not light as a feather. So that's the aspect of Anubis, right? If your heart is not light as a feather. So what it's saying, like I was saying earlier, is that if you're still tied to this worldly thing, like, for instance, say if you wanted to be a movie star, you never became a movie star, right? And now all of a sudden you transition and your heart is like, oh, I really wanted to be that movie star, man. You coming back because the vibration is off. So you're coming back to experience it. You feel me? Not because who knows if you're going to be a movie star, right? But you're coming back to experiencing this thing again, right? So the key is to get off of the earth You feel me? Get off of the American society. See, when you look at other societies, right? They're all Buddhas. Buddhas was the God that sat under the trees. You feel me? And he found peace in just being him. He wasn't in this bitch, saying, hey, look at me and all this other stuff, right? He was like, oh, I found my peace, right? And that's the real key to this thing, is just finding your internal sunshine within. So yeah, that's heavy, family. That's heavy. I had a dream where I was at college and a man asked me, do I want a Bobby Hemmett this? That's good. That's good. That means that school, that's a school, a spiritual school. You feel me? And and all it really means is just go binge watch Bobby. You feel me? Because he's going to put you through class. I ate fish before bed and had a dream I was getting skinned. The stomach is a brain. I was getting skinned? Yeah, that fit. Yeah, and I heard people talk about eating fish and stuff like that. See, and that's the thing too. Another aspect of this is like when you're first born, right, which is life, you're in that theta stage range, right? When you're about to transition, you're in that theta stage range. So them old people, they be in their zone, boy. So them old people is another people you got to talk to. You feel me? I don't care if they believed in Jesus, right? Go talk to them and see what they talking about. Ask them about their dreams. And, hey, you had any dreams lately? Well, now that you ask, they're going to drop it on your ass. You feel me? Now, some old people are afraid. So they might be in a space of, confusion. And they might not, their ego might still be in the way. So, you might not get nothing from them. But some of them that let go, you'll get some insight from them as well. I had a dream and Bob was tied in the basement. Subconscious mind. Yep. That's the subconscious. You gotta untie him. Next time, untie that nigga so he can reign supreme on your being. You feel me? Because Bobby Hemmett is the perfect example of what you're supposed to be like. Not childish, but childlike. That childlike spirit. You feel me? That childlike essence of investigation and knowing and trying, right? Trial and error and all of that. You feel me? So yeah, that's heavy, family. That's heavy. What else y'all got, man? What else y'all got? All right, y'all, man. I think that's it. That's it. So yeah, family, y'all know what it is, man. Hey, go see them John Wicks. Go tell me what y'all think. Leave them comments below. Tell me what y'all think about that John Wick. We all scientists, so we just trying to understand this together. Like, what I do is I'm scientifically understanding this thing. So I would like like-minded individuals to come to the table as well. You feel me? And we got a lot of people like that in the Patreon family that be bringing some light, that bringing that essence of understanding this world for what it is. Stop trying to be somebody and be somebody. You feel me? You're Mr. Nobody. That's the whole key to this thing. I am that I am. That's it. You feel me? So in that I am, you are just the one. You hear Anubis, he coming through heavy with that emergency. You're like, hey, I better be listening, family. I know what it is, family. Peace to the gods.